let's talk about colors for a minute. If you want, and you're not a very good painter, and you want a paint that's going to hide a lot of your mistakes, the lighter the paint will hide everything. White will hide a lot of things. Okay, you can see this gray, for instance. You can't see the mistakes in it. But if you go black, black will show everything. Black is known as the hardest paint job to put on, and painters do it. Only a lot of them only do it to show their skill, and a lot of them don't like to do it because there's all kinds of flaws in paint jobs. I would challenge any of you to go to any new car lot. If you're in the Philippines, if you're in Hong Kong, if you're in China, if you're in Antarctica, if you're in Wyoming, go to a new car lot and closely look at the shiny cars. And underneath the shine, you will find runs, you will find pit marks, you'll find all kinds of things you thought, well, God, I didn't notice that. Well, that's just normal. So the lighter the color, the less mistakes it'll show. Now, another thing about a drying that I have to mention is that if you're not sure if your finish is dry, remember, I'll give you a little lesson on physics. In the first rule of physics is matter is neither created nor destroyed. It's just changed from one form to another. What that means is there's 11 ounces in here, right? Suppose I spray all 11 ounces on this panel. 8 ounces, or I don't know how many grams or kilograms, don't get me started on this metric shit. I mean, it's better, but I don't understand any of it. Anyway, after the solids are put on the panel, the lacquer will evaporate off into the air. It all weighs the same. Okay, you're only going to be left with so much on the panel. And the reason I'm saying this is because if you get the panel half dry and you start sanding on it like we're doing, we're blocking, and the panel is still drying, what's happening is the lacquer is coming out into the air and the remaining solids are shrinking into the panel. So you can get a false sense that you have the thing totally smooth while it's still drying. Now, how do we know if it's dry or not? You get your nose right up to it and you take a big whiff. Now, don't make a habit of that, because I know a few friends that started doing that, and I'll tell you what, there's nobody home. So don't end up liking this shit. I mean, one guy was named Bob, and I told him, look, I'll give you $100. You can spell your name backwards. Come on, Bob, you can do it. Come on, Bob. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. All right, one clue. It begins with a B. No, I couldn't do it. I spent too much time sniffing this bullshit. If you can smell anything, what you're smelling is the lacquer thinner or the reducer coming out of the primer or the paint, and this is constantly shrinking. That's why it's good to leave these in the sun. Well, not in the sun. You want to leave them in a hot spot. I mean, not a hot spot. You want to leave them in a warm spot, but not in direct sunlight. I'll explain that.